I overthink everything. So if you are, I don't want to fall down these stairs. If you're an overthinker like me, this is going to be a great video because I have a tendency to keep turning over and over and over the same idea because I'm trying to think of every scenario. And what ends up happening sometimes is I just talk myself out of doing it altogether. So we're going to unpack that and talk about it and hopefully walk away with some strategies to minimize it. I'm out of breath already walking down the stairs. I'm going to set up and we're going to talk about it. You tell yourself that you're just being careful, but deep down you know that you're just overthinking. And the good news is you're not lazy, you're not unmotivated. I do it. You're just overwhelmed by too many thoughts. We just have too many thoughts. We're gonna try to quiet that mental noise so that you can take real action without needing to know everything first. Hopefully we can get some kind of understanding going where you show up and how to shift it so that it's not paralyzing. Overanalyzing is just, it's a detriment to progress, and we want progress. So overthinking usually happens when we're trying to be perfect and we don't want to make the wrong move or fail or be judged. And instead of protecting you, it's really putting you in a loop that's never ending. You analyze, you question, you freeze, and in trying to get it right, you just end up doing nothing. But I want to tell you that you don't need to get it right. You really don't. You just need to get moving. And I know it sounds repetitive. We keep saying this all the time, but I find that that seems to be a lot of the biggest issues. And it's kind of like a benchmark, or is it called a baseline? A baseline is when you're so used to something and you've been doing it or you've been functioning in a way for so long, so many years, or something traumatic or an event happens at a certain age and point of your life to where unless you go through some type of mindset shift or therapy, depending on the severity of it, you're kind of functioning at that level or the level up until that happened. So oftentimes when we are used to not working for ourselves or being an entrepreneur or doing anything challenging, our baseline is to revert back to our comfort level. So when we try to make a move, of course, overthinking is going to start happening. What I don't like about overthinking is that it steals momentum. The more that we overthink, the more disconnected that we get from our instincts. You second guess your ideas, you wait for the perfect time, you tweak things like 100 times before letting the world see it. Clarity doesn't necessarily come before movement. Even if you think you're going to be clear, you don't know, it's not validated until you actually do the thing. So overthinking is just often disguised as procrastination. It gives you the illusion of progress without the discomfort of actually taking the action. So whenever I've started something, I realize that I overthink. I rewrite things and I'll spend 45 minutes on it and it's not productive. Or I'll rework a color palette or change a design like 12 times. Or I'll just question my offer. Is it clear enough? Just all of the things that come with overthinking. Meanwhile, someone else with half the clarity and none of the hesitation is out there taking action. So eventually I just had to choose progress over perfection. And when I finally started doing something, I realized, no, it wasn't perfect, but a lot of the people didn't even notice what I was picking over. And what happened is people connected with some of the things that I was doing because it was real. It was just real. That's when I learned that momentum is way more valuable than mastery, and you'll get to mastery with that momentum. So how can we reframe things and what are some tools to do it? Number one, set a timeline. Give yourself 20 minutes to make a decision and then just act. No revisiting, no tweaking. I say that because there's evidence that a lot of the top CEOs, they're very fast at decision making. They don't take months to make a decision. I'm pretty sure you've heard it too. I don't know the exact quote or even if it is a quote, but I've heard time and time again that one of the superpowers of CEOs or founders is you don't take forever to make a decision because they're not worried about failing. They just want to hurry up and get to the fail if it's not going to work. Number two, use the 70% rule. If it's 70% ready, just go anyway. You can refine it as you go. It'll get better as you practice. Third, let progress be the goal. Just let that be the goal. Ask yourself, what would this look like if it were easy? then do that version first. If there's an easier way to do it, try that one first. You get it out the way and then go for the one that you feel is more difficult. Okay, so here we are, the one small move. You know you're gonna get one today. So your move for today is pick one thing that you've been overthinking and commit to doing the first version of it within 24 hours. Not the perfect version, the first version, just version 1, because done is better than delayed. You're not your thoughts, but you are your actions. Drop a comment and say version 1, here I come, or whatever you want to say. Let me know that you're moving forward on it today. And if overthinking has been a real block for you, grab the Unstuck audio series. I think you'll love it. There's one that you can sample for free. You don't have to pay for it. They're all tiny, bite-sized, 1 to 2 minute like little mindset shifts that are great for entrepreneurs, or if you're trying to do a new venture. I'll leave the links in the description, and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.